Yo, it's your brother, Abdullah Said Muhammad, back with another episode of Universal Conversation Podcast. Let's go, let's get it. So, in my last video, I spoke about Rick Ross and 50 Cent. I spoke about, how long they beef been going on and, just little in or out of stuff, how they both being petty with each other and things of that nature. But now I want to speak on the most recent problem that they got with each other, or that they had with each other, and now that they still got with each other. What's the big issue? Okay, so apparently we all know when Big Meech got out of prison and start being seen, Rick Ross, or should I say Big Meech, took a picture with Rick Ross, and we all know what happened after that. 50 Cent end up canceling Power and the whole thing with Rick Ross' son, Lil Meech, and all this and that. Okay, this is just my opinion on that situation, which I should have been spoke about this, but I be so much into sports. But my thing on that is okay. Now, for those of us who listen to Rick Ross, and I'm not just gonna say Rick Ross, just mostly Southern rappers, that's from Atlanta, from Florida, and stuff like that. But I'm gonna just stick to Rick Ross for right now. For those of us who listen to Rick Ross, we know that Rick Ross has been shouting out Big Meech for a very long time. We know this. We know that Rick Ross has been shouting out Big Meech, has been mentioning Big Meech's name in his songs for a very long time. The man even made a song called BMF. They think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, blowing money fast. Like, this man has been talking about Big Meech since even with his first album. His first album, which came out back in late 05, early 2006. And then on one of his albums, he talked about that when he went and actually seen Big Meech. And he was like, Big Meech had on some yellow Balenciagas and all this and that. Okay, my thing is this. And this is just how I see it. Now, if I'm Big Meech, right? If I'm Big Meech, okay, whatever my son got going on, that's what my son got going on. If my son working with this man enemy, that's their business. That's my son business. But this man, this rapper, been shouting me out for years in his music. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been locked up, this man been keeping my name alive. Like one of the rappers that's been keeping my name alive. Big Meech, Big Meech, Big Meech. So it's like, okay, now that I'm out, why wouldn't I want to take a picture with this guy? I mean, come on, let's be serious about this. And you can say, well, nah, man, it's all a part of the street code. If I got an op, that's your op too. Listen, man. Just like I said, and I'm standing on it. If this person been shouting my name all in all throughout basically his whole career so far, Big Meech, Big Meech, Big Meech, Big Meech. When I finally get out and I see this, man, you don't think I want to take a picture with the man? Like, bro, thank you for keeping my name in the streets. And matter of fact, it's a drug dealer. It used to be drug dealer, which is very known in Miami. Rick Ross did the same thing. Kept that man's name alive. Matter of fact, Rick Ross put him in one of his videos, even though you don't see his face, but you see like the back of the person. But the whole thing, this is my thing, this is my opinion. Rick Ross been shouting this man out in all his career. So why not, when this man get out of prison, why not take a picture with Rick Ross? Why not? Just like Rick Ross, like, why would you not take a picture with Big Meech? And you know that this man's son working with 50 Cent. Yo, op. You know what I'm saying? That you've been beefing with since for years now. Now, some people saying that Rick Ross know what he was doing. He know that Big Meech's son was working with 50 Cent and he was just trying to be petty and stuff like that. However you want to view it, your point of view, your POV, listen, just like I said, Rick Ross has been keeping this man name alive. Rick Ross been shouting this man out. So it's only right that when Big Meech got out of prison, it's only right that these two guys meet and chop it up and take some pictures with each other, man. Like, is you serious? That's just like that's just like let's just say if it was T.I. and let's just say if it was T.I. and Young Jeezy and they was beefing and let's just say one of T.I. sons working with Big Meech and 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 soon as Big Meech get out of prison, Big Meech take a picture with T.I. And now he decide to just let everything, I'm gonna stop this, I'm gonna stop that because I know that's your son, but you took a picture with Big Meech and all this and that. Like, man, come on, man. And that's just like even with T.I. and Jeezy. Besides Rick Ross, T.I. and Jeezy stayed mentioning this man in their song. So that's where I don't agree with 50 Cent at. I feel like he shouldn't have did that. Yeah, this whole thing about loyalty and all this and that, but man, come on, man. This is business. These are people that Rick Ross is a person that has been mentioned, just like I said, been mentioning this man name in his songs for years now. It's only right that they take a picture together, man. See, this is the poison that is in the black community. And I ain't trying to get all, revolutionary and all this, but just it's just facts. We get mad with each other for the most simplest things, man. For the most simplest things. And just like I mentioned in my last video, 50 Cent is my favorite rapper, just like Rick Ross is my second favorite rapper. But I'm just gonna keep it real. 50 Cent, that was effed up on his part. Like, bro, if you listen to this man mute, you should have known that Rick Ross stayed calling this man, mentioning this man in his song. You don't think this now that this man now, you don't think he wanna embrace the man, have it, have a conversation, chop it up, come up with some business ideas and stuff? Like, come on, man. This is where, this is why the black community, black folks, will always stay at the bottom of the barrel while everybody else is jumping on out, getting on our shoulders and getting out the barrel and being successful. We are the only people that have such issues with each other, whether it's entertainment, whether it's whatever. Like, you don't hear about no country music singers beefing. When have you ever heard uh let me see, Blake Shelton and Jason Jason Dean or whatever his name is? Uh when have you ever heard of country singers beefing? Luke Bryan and Luke Bryan and Kenny Rogers and like, man, come on, man. Like, bro, this is the pettiness that's in the black community, man. But anyway, y'all let me know y'all opinion on it, man. Me personally, that's where I stand at. I hope they squash it, but yeah, ain't no telling. This gonna be just like a whole nother thing that ain't gonna never get squashed when it don't take number but two, man. But anyway, this has been Universal Conversations where we talk about everything up under the sun. And we out. Let's go.